And this lesson is about what we're doing here is very much solution focused. Sounds rather businessy. I mean, I'm a very introspective person, so I don't need to discipline myself. I don't need to discipline myself to do any kind of analysis or to read books about psychology, psychoanalysis, or novels or watch films. I'm naturally introspective, and I like thinking about things, and I like trying to understand my own mind. Now, while that's an interesting process, and obviously essential if you're an artist and you make that kind of work, it doesn't really make life more comfortable. So what we do here is let's just focus on how we get more comfortable, how we can undo these states that cause us so much pain and suffering without analyzing them, without retelling ourselves stories, because that stuff's great, but it belongs somewhere else. And I certainly never say to you, it's just a story, which you'll find a lot of spiritual things in it. What drives me crazy, because our lives are narrative. We love narrative. We love stories. So the last thing we want to do is start making that a bad thing, because it's ridiculous. I feel quite strongly about that. But when we're doing the processes, we're thinking in a different way. We're using the brain, using our minds in a different way. We're certainly using the ability to see into our minds and see the concepts we're producing and the pictures. But what we're really focusing on is exactly what's here now. Good. Say I'm feeling inadequate. That's a great example. Say I've just been with a friend who does much better in life than I do, or has some ability to do something that I don't, or something like that. So if I come away from this friend, or I've just seen a movie, or I've read something, and I come away and I'm feeling inadequate, like, oh, what's wrong with me? It's never going to work for me. It's like, oh, why did I do blah, 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 all of this. I don't really want to be telling myself stories about how often I feel inadequate or why I feel inadequate, even though I might well write a blog post about something like that. When I'm doing this process, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing instead is just welcoming that feeling. Oh, the sadness that goes with it, the fear that goes with it. So it's really seeing, how is that appearing? How am I experiencing that feeling of inadequacy right here, right now? What's actually here? And that's how we shift things. That's how we can move things. That's how we can change the way we perceive ourselves. And so we work through the process, asking ourselves the questions, remembering we can always say no, but really allowing the mind to produce the pictures, the memories, the concepts. But we don't want to get lost in them, and we don't want to do any analysis of them. It's really like, so in my example of feeling inadequate, what might appear is a picture of how my life used to be. Like some maybe an opportunity I had that I felt that I didn't make the most, or something like that. And so that will just appear as a picture, and there'll be some sadness connected to it. But I don't then have to think, well, I wonder why I didn't take that opportunity. I wonder who, blah, blah. I don't need to do that. I just welcome that picture, welcome that memory. And again, if it's related to somebody else, and I imagine how much more comfortable their life is than mine, I don't need to think, yeah, but don't think like that, because you don't really know, and it doesn't really, you don't know. We don't need to do that in this situation. You just allow the mind to produce that idea, to produce the picture of their comfort compared with yours, whatever it is, and then just welcome it. It's welcome here. And so that's what we're doing. So it's really almost looking at just allowing the pictures, the episodes to appear in consciousness, acknowledge them, allow them. No need for any analysis. It's just what's here now. That's where we can change things. We can't do things with concepts like procrastination. We can't do anything with the past, which we know. But all we can do is privately allow these pictures to appear. These processes are just for us. And just welcome them. It's all welcome here. And that's how it works. So thank you for your attention. Thank you.